sell your property by way of an auction? And some people may say, never, it's too stigmatized. What will the neighbors say? They may think I'm bankrupt. Well, the good news is the way that Harcourts do auctions in our non-distressed modern day auction is the fact that it's not the old style, lock, stock and barrel, everything must go, with big posters against the lampposts that everybody knows here's something massively happening and it all looks bad. A modern day non-distressed auction is a different method in getting the best price that the market will pay through an open and a fairly transparent process. And the properties that you see on my left hand side here, we have very recently sold, and the list of properties here are all properties that we sold prior to the auction by way of buyers submitting bids or offers to the seller, and then eventually it got accepted and the auction was stopped or stayed. It actually never happened. Just to give you an idea that the auction method is really applicable to all price brackets, across all property types, across all demographics. I'm going to read one or two of them for you. Bidding to start from 2.9 million, sold for 3.5. Bidding to start from 3 million, sold prior to auction for 4.3. Bidding to start from 2.6, sold prior to auction 2,975. So what's the ideal? And I do believe that there are very, very shortly three main benefits about our modern day non-distressed auction. And that is number one, that there's a deadline. When a property goes into the market, people can look forever, but there might be too little competition that put people under pressure to make a decision. So it just keeps on rolling over 3 months, 6 months in the market without anybody making a decision. Normally, there's a deadline on an auction by which time your bids have to be in, or it goes onto auction day, during which registered bidders can then participate in an auction. Number two is the fact that there's a bidding to start from price, which is different than the reserve price that the seller is holding onto. The beauty of the bidding to start from price that it's normally coming in lower than most other competitors of a likewise property in the market. So if it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, double garage with a pool, 260 square meter kind of home in that area, your bidding to start from price will be the most competitive price in the market. The moment that buyers see that, they immediately pick up the phone and call and say, this looks like great value for money. We would like to know more. Can we make an offer? Will they accept the bidding to start from price? So generally the bidding to start from price creates a lot of attention. It creates up to 10 times more the number of people that actually view the property on the portals and on the web. And generally it creates 10 times more leads at the same time. Then there's the third and final is the fact that there's a reserve. That is the price that the seller is hoping to get. And throughout the marketing process of auction, the seller sometimes have to adapt their expectation depending on the kind of offers they're getting, the bids that's being submitted to them in writing. And eventually the reserve price is the final price that the seller is be willing to accept for the property. That means that the seller is always in control of this process, never having to accept an offer that's not suitable for them or having to accept a price that doesn't work for them at all. So I think those are some of the main benefits. Obviously, it needs a bit more explanation, but it's really a very transparent and a highly competitive process that I believe is just bringing real market value to the fore and making sure that buyers are bidding and competing against one another to pay top dollar at this point. Well, have a look at our website, platinum.harcourts.co.za, or contact us locally to find out a bit more